Hey guys, it's Rhonda from Rhonda's Creative Corner, where we teach you to make wreaths and how to perfect your craft. Alright guys, today we're going to be doing an awesome Christmas deco mesh wreath. And guess what? It's only using one thing of mesh. Alright, so let's talk about the tools we'll need. You'll definitely need a staple gun, rotary cutter, scissors, wire cutter, and of course, your handy dandy glue gun. So, like I said, we'll be using one thing of mesh, and you're going to love this tutorial. So the supplies that we'll be using this deluxe mesh. And guess what? I forgot to tell you, we have a kit. So if you want to get this kit, you have to go fast because the kits sell out super fast on my Facebook Lives. So make sure that you go get the kit. You go to www.rhondascreativecorner.com. You will go to the Facebook Live kit tab, but of course this is YouTube. I know that. So you go to that tab and then you'll go and you'll scroll down and it will say YouTube on there, the Grinch kit. So you'll know which one that it is because it's going to be using the Grinch, okay? So we'll be using this red, green, and white deluxe mesh. All right. We'll be using this 2.5 lime green with red polka dots. We'll be using this beautiful Christmas ribbon and it spells out Christmas or Merry Christmas. If I turn it around right. All right. And we'll also be using this red with the medium green polka dots. And also, this one will come in the kit too, but this is 25 yards. And I will be cutting this into 10 yards and just placing it in a little baggie, okay? So I just wanted to let everybody know. It won't be on a spool. It will be in a little Ziploc bag, but it will be 10 yards. All of these are 10 yards, and that's what comes with the kit, all right? And then also, you'll also get this. You'll either get a lime green or red work form, all right? And guess what else? This will not be in the kit, but I'll tell you where you can go and get it. We're going to be using this cute Grinch set, and I got it from This and That Boutique, and she's on Facebook, and she's also on Instagram as well. Again, This and That Boutique, and I will put it in the description, the link for you in the description, so that you can just go and push the link. All right, guys, let's get started. All right, guys. So what I always do first is I get my signs ready. Okay, so I'm going to do the Grinch first. I'm gonna do the head anyway. And I mean, this is just so beautiful. I just so love it, and I'm so excited to use it. I've always seen them from different painters and stuff, but this is very, very good quality. Just the texture here on the little, what's supposed to be the little fuzz on the hat and stuff, and here, I mean, it's like wonderful. So you'll really love it. Again, This and That Boutique on Facebook. You can go and order you some, okay? She also sells on eBay, and I'll also put that link in the description as well. All right, so we're going to get the sign ready. So I'm going to use some ribbon. If you've seen my videos before, you would see that I would use felt. But you can also use ribbon if you don't have any felt. So what you're going to do, it really doesn't matter. I'm going to tell you how big this is. This is about 3 inches, okay? And then you're going to fold it in 3s, all right? Just like that. You just take it and you fold it in 3s. Let's go ahead and do this. And the reason that I'm doing this is because I don't want my pipe cleaners to actually go through the work form. And I probably will just get the head ready, and then I'm going to wait to see where I want to put it for the hand. I know for sure that it's one going to go here, but I want to see, you know, how far. I might just do 2 where it's tight enough here, but I'll probably wait to do that one until it's time for us to get ready to add it on, just so I can make sure I put the pipe cleaners in the right space, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fold this just like that. So you folded it in 3s, and then I'm just folding this in 3s as well. Let's just fold it over. Just like that, all right? So we have this ready. And then I'm just going to take the pipe cleaner. And I'm going to fold the pipe cleaner in half. And I just folded it down 3 times, just like that. All right. Take a little glue. This down. Alright. Take this. I'm just putting it on top, and then I'm folding this other half, just putting that like that. I'm just taking it and stapling it. And the reason I do this is because I don't want the staple to go through the board, okay? I'll go ahead and reinforce it and do another one. All right, again, I'm going to take it and fold it into threes. Fold it again, that's half, and then another one. All right. We want to take it and get our glue gun. And place it there. While that's drying. Fold that down 3 times again. Like that. And it's a little bit thicker where this little snow is, or where it's supposed to be the fluff, so it probably wouldn't have gone through anyway, but just in case. Alright, so the reason I do this is because I don't want to have to wait for all this glue to dry. I do put glue on top to reinforce, and I don't want to have to wait for it to dry when it's time to actually put it on. And then I just set it to the side. So as you can see, this is how this will look, okay? And nobody will see this part, so it really doesn't matter, but you definitely don't want your staples to go through the other side. All right, so these are the staples that I use. This is actually Hyper Tough. I used to have a Stanley one. It was one of the light duties. I had one before, but I love these staples. So it's in a variety pack, 1/4, 5/6, and 3/8. And so most of the time I always use the 1/4, okay, because they're the shortest ones. And most of the time when I get paintings and stuff, or attachments, wooden attachments, they're not really thick. So these work perfect, especially if you add something to it. When I use the 3/8 and the other one, it's if I'm using floral and I'm trying to get my floral, say for instance, if I have something that's wooden and I'm trying to staple floral stems to it, you know, flowers or whatever, then I definitely would use the 3/8. All right. All right, so like I said, I'm going to wait to put some on here so that I can see exactly where I'm going to put it once the wreath is done, okay? I just don't want to put it in the wrong space because I know it's going to hang out. So I'm probably going to put them right here on this part, but we'll see. All right, so we're going to put these to the side. All right, let me get all this stuff together and I'll be right back. All right, so now I'm going to demonstrate cutting ribbon. And so how you figure out how many ribbon you need, you're going to need 2 of each one on each stencil tie that you have. So if you get a kit from me, each one is going to have 18 stencil ties. If you get one from Hobby Lobby, they have 17 stencil ties, okay? So I always cut 4 of them together, all 4 ribbon together. And I just wanted to show you how beautiful this is. And I wanted to show you why I picked what I picked for this. So as you can see, these ribbons bring out this piece. The only color that I don't have on there is the yellow that I did not choose for my ribbon, okay? But I just kind of use my sign, or say for instance I love this ribbon, you know, then this is what I would use as my focal point on what I'm going to do to pick all my other ribbons and my sign, okay? I know a lot of people struggle with that, so that's one of my things that I teach, the circle, which I haven't told y'all about. If you're new, I do have a circle, the subscription group. It's called Rhonda's Creative Circle. And if you want to join us, it's only $14.99 a month if you want to be with me for 6 months, excuse me. And if you want to be with me for 3 months, it's 19, I'm sorry, excuse me, again. All right, let's do this again. All right, for 6 months, if you want to be in the group for 6 months, it's $14.99. If you want to be in it for 3 months, it's $15.99. And if you want to just try it out, it's $19.99. And again, you can go to my website, www.rhondascreativecorner.com, and you go to the Rhonda's Creative Circle tab, and you can join there. You do need a PayPal to be able to do it because that's what takes the money out every month. All right. So if you want to learn more from me, we would love to have you. We have an awesome group of ladies. All right. So let's get started on cutting this ribbon. I'm just going to demonstrate a few. So what you're going to do, you're going to need 9 cuts. Okay. Because it's 18, and you're going to need 2 on each one. All right. This one is a little uneven, so I'm just going to chop some of that off. All right. So when you're doing your ribbon, also I am using the Pro Bow hand ribbon holder. Y'all can see. And it just makes it easier for me to cut my ribbon. If you don't have the Pro Bow, y'all must go and get one. They're awesome. Alright. So what you're going to do is you're going to place it here at 0. And then I'm going to cut all of them at 14 inches, okay? So like I said, you will do 9 cuts total of this. Alright, so what I do is I usually take 3 of them together and I'm going to dovetail all of them, okay? So all you're doing is you're taking your ribbon, you're folding it in half, and putting your scissors at an angle. Make sure that you're cutting on the folded end, alright, not the open end. You're going to cut at the folded end and then you just cut. Demonstrate all of these, and then I will cut the rest of the ribbon off camera, and then I'll be right back. We'll start adding the mesh. And if you want to, if you have a better a high quality scissors that you do use to cut your ribbon, then you definitely can cut all of them at the same time, okay, if you wanted to. I just usually take 3, but you know, if you want to cut faster and you have some good scissors, you definitely can. I don't know if this will cut through this because these aren't the best, but it did it. Yep. So okay, dovetail. Not the best. No, I'm not supposed to use my good ones, but they cut like butter though. And it's a better look than the other side. I'm going to do it again on this side. Just go a little bit more at an angle. Yep. And so, alright guys, so I'm going to cut the rest of the ribbon and then y'all be ready to go. We're going to start on the mesh. Let's get it, guys. Alright, so I wanted to show you guys, and this is for the new people anyway. If you're just beginning to make wreaths, I know when I first started, I used to put rubber bands around my ribbon. And that kind of messes up the ribbon a little bit, especially if they're a little bit tighter. So just go out to Hobby Lobby. I got these for $4.99, and I can use my 40% coupon. Okay, and just get you some little stick pins. Get you some little stick pins and just put them inside. Easy peasy. Putting the rubber bands and tape, sometimes when you put the tape on there, it kind of makes it fray a little bit, and it's wasting ribbon. Even though when you do your dovetail, you're cutting it off anyway, but it's okay. Just go and get you some little stick pins. You can probably find them at the Dollar Tree as well, okay? So that's just a little tip for me. So now we're going to get started on adding the mesh. All right. A little stuff for it. So again, if you're new to my channel, when I first get my work forms, I always just double check my pipe cleaners, and I make sure that, or tinsel ties, I won't say pipe cleaners, my tinsel ties. I double check them and make sure that none of them are poking out, because it can, I've hurt myself before, and it can scratch your customer's door as well. So you just want to check them, make sure that you don't have any of them sticking out where it can hurt you. And this one here, see if my hubby can zoom up. For some reason, this one is, the silver part is actually sticking up, and it stuck me pretty good. So I'm just going to kind of clip that down a little bit and make sure that it, let's see if this will work. There we go. Kind of push it in the inside where it's not sticking up, And make sure that it's not on the outside that sits on the door. It's kind of pointing down to the middle where it can't scratch you or the door. So let me check all of them. Make sure that they're okay. All right, so we're going to do the poof method first. And one of the key things when you're doing the poof method is that you want to measure. If you want your wreath to be nice and round, I advise you to measure, okay? So I'm going to take my mesh and I'm going to let it fall on the floor. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave about 4 or 5 inches on the outside, and then I'm just going to gather it, okay? All right. I'm going to take this here, and then I'm going to press it down. All right. You're just opening up your tinsel tie and pressing it down, and then you're twisting. All right. So we're going to do 9 inches because we're going to do a certain technique, and we're only using 1. We don't want to use too much mesh on the poofs because we're going to be adding curls as well. Okay. So we're going to do 9 inches on the top and 10 inches on the outside. Okay. So you take your 9 inches and you measure it. You'll press it down, turn it once, and then open up your mesh. All right. And we'll take it and measure 9. And push it down. Twist it, and up the mesh. This is beautiful, beautiful mesh. I just love this deluxe mesh. Okay. Take it, push it down. You're pushing it down tight and twist it. And even with 9-inch poofs, they look really good. All right, and what I'm doing is I'm trying to make sure that my end parts here, the end of your mesh, is together and that it's pointing down, okay? Again, 9 inches. So look how pretty that is, and look how full it is already, okay? So what you're going to do is you're not going to cut this, okay? You're going to take it and you're going to go down to the nearest tinsel tie, and you're just going to take your mesh down and put it there. And then you're just going to tie it off, okay? You don't want to cut it at all, okay? That's looking beautiful already. Okay, so we're going to do 2 inches. I'll move this over a little bit. Alright, so I'll do about 3 more of these on the outside, and then I'll finish it up and I'll come back, okay? Just don't want our thing to be like 2 hours long. So when I'm opening my my mesh, my poof, I'm just kind of bringing it up until the middle of the other poof, kind of where the other tinsel tie is. Just kind of bringing it over to there, kind of filling it in, okay? Make sure that my ends are together and that they are down. One more. So I'm just going to go in and open it all up and then put my ends together. Just to make sure. To me, it just opens up better. Your poof looks better when you have your mesh down and you place it into your tinsel tie. So I'm going to keep going and then I'll be right back. When I finish the last one, I'll come in, do the last one and cut it for you, show you guys how to do that, and then we'll start cutting the other curls. All right, I'll be right back. All right, so we're going to finish up this last one. We'll take it here to 10. We'll measure to 20. We're doing 10 inches on the outside. Again, 9 inches on the top, and then 10 inches on the outside. There we go. All right. Leave about 3 inches on the outside. You want to try to conserve as much as you can because remember we're only using one, so we want to be able to have enough. So what I did is I just cut it, I took it and I just stuffed it inside the poof. All right, so this is what we have. Looks so pretty. All right, so I'm going to place this to the side and then we're going to get to cutting the curls. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut off the uneven part. And then we're going to make 8-inch cuts. We're going to need 18 of them, okay? Rolls right back on it. I'm gonna get the rest of this all cut out and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I want to tell you something, that sometimes you don't have a whole full 10-yard roll. So if something like this, what happened to me, happens to you, is perfectly fine, okay? As you can see, it's already heck of full, okay? So what we're going to do, I could only get 17 cut out and I needed 18. So what we're going to do is we're going to improvise. We're going to make sure that we fill up the outside. The inside is going to have different things on there, a bow, the kit, the sign, you know, the Grinch head. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of it. It's going to have the Grinch sign, so you don't have to worry about it, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to put 10 on the outside and then do 4 on the inside. So you'll still have a couple of strands left over. If you can get the 18, then great. If you can't get the 18, it's perfectly fine, okay? It's still going to be nice and pretty and full. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your 8 cut strip and then you're just going to roll it, okay? You're going to just fold it in half. And what I do, you see how this part right here is sticking up? All right, I'm just going to take it and I'm just going to make sure that that is folded under where it's not sticking up, okay? And it just depends on the look that you want. If you want your tails longer, then you go more up and you leave more tails, okay? If you want your poof bigger, most of the time I just go right in the middle, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take your stencil tie, make sure that you're opening it up, and then you're just going to place it, okay? And then you're going to just poof it, all right? Again, you'll take it, you'll roll it up, you'll fold it in half, open up your stencil tie, and place it in. Make sure you're pushing it down really tight, and just twist your stencil tie once, because we have to go back in and add ribbon. So if you do it 3 times, if you twist your stencil ties 3 times, then you have to untwist it 3 times to get your ribbon in. So you don't want to have to do that, okay? Again, just take it and roll it. And make sure it's in half. Make sure your open is in the middle. Right. I'm just taking halfway. Open up my stencil tie and placing it inside. And open it up. So now I know a lot of people get all freaked out when something like that happens. Be like, oh man, I don't have enough, you know. But you can improvise. And even if you wanted to do one, you're going to have a bow on it. So even if you wanted to fill up the whole thing with the 17 and leave one out, it's going to be a bow on here. And if that's what you're doing in your head and that's what you have in your head, I can go ahead and put all of them on there. And then I just place a bow here, okay? Instead of just doing the 14, I could just leave one out because there's going to be a bow placed there, okay? Make it work. I did a Facebook Live this morning at 11. My little hands are tired. I'm looking at it on the camera. It looks so beautiful. Got one more after this one. So I'm looking at it and I can see it from the camera. I can see that this one is sticking out too much and you want your wreath to be kind of, you know, even. So I'll just go in and kind of pull that up a little bit to get that from sticking out so much. When you're making wreaths, you want to make sure that your wreaths are round. You don't want them to be out of shape. Look how pretty that is. All right, so we're going to go up to the top and I'm just going to do every other one. It's so full, I really don't even need to add this, but just gonna do it. We'll do every other one. So the thing that makes this work is because of the mesh that you're using. This mesh is more expensive, but if you're buying, say for instance, 21-inch just regular full mesh and a 10-inch mesh, you'll spend about the same thing, okay? Make sure I skipped one. Alright, this is the last one. And like I said, if you got 17 out of it, or even if you got 18, you would put them on every one. But if you got 17 and you're going to add a bow, put them on all of them. Look up there. Look how pretty. Woohoo! Pretty, pretty. Looks really good. Nice and fluffy. One roll of mesh. Gotta love it. Alright, so let's get to adding the ribbon. So I'm going to pick which ribbon I want to go with what. And I think I'm just going to switch it up. I don't want polka dot to be with polka dot. So I'm going to do this one with this one, and then the black and white one with this one, okay? So I'm just going to demonstrate a few, and then I'll get off of here and get it all finished up and come right back, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold it in half here. I'll open it up, and I'll pinch it in the middle. And then I'll place it down. Place it down as tight as you can. And then here you're going to twist 3 times. Then you'll get you a pen or a pencil. And then you're going to curl your tinsel ties. Fold it in half, and yes, I always put my 1.5 on top of my 2.5. And for most all of my wreaths, unless I just can't find something for a kit, that's I do usually use the 2 2.5s and 2 1.5s. Okay. I'll demonstrate one more here on the top, and then I'll do 2 on the bottom, and then I'll get it all done and come back. And I am just alternating. I'm going from alternating the ribbons, and I am putting one on each tinsel tie. Demonstrate one on the outside. That black and white makes everything pop. I don't care what anybody says, it does. It makes it pop. So we're going to do the same thing on the outside. And for some reason with this technique, I love the way that it makes the ribbon sit It makes it sit really pretty. And then I'll do one more. All right, so I'm going to take it, make sure that it's even. You'll fold it in half. You'll mash it where you can actually see the line. And then you'll just pinch it where the line is. Make sure always open your tinsel ties, guys. It is a little harder on your hand to keep opening it up, but in the end, your wreath always looks better. You'll tie your tinsel tie 3 times. Get your pen or pencil. And then curl your tinsel ties. And then spread your ribbon out. Right. So it's already looking pretty. Look at it. Alright guys, I'll be right back. Alright, so now we're going to figure out where we want our sign to go and get this arm ready. So by the time we add the pipe cleaners and put the glue, by the time I put the head on, then it should be dry, so it's fine. Alright, so what we want to do is we're going to place the head wherever we want it. You want it more up, more down. You kind of want to cover the middle of the wreath. And it's nice and full. It's not pushing through or anything. That's the good thing about this method as well. And then what you want to do is you want to find, if you have it on all of them, it's fine. But it fits a little bit better without, with one of the ones that doesn't have the extra mesh inside of it up here. Okay. So kind of figure out how you want the hand to go. And I kind of want it to look like he's doing like, you know, so kind of higher up, I guess. So, like I said, we're going to place 2 of them on over here. And we'll do the same thing that we did the last time. Just fold it into 3s. Just holding this down again. Take it over. I'm going to put one right here too. Let me see how far it's going to go in. I'm just going to put one here and then put one about right here. I got a cordless one from one of my circle sisters, Kimberly. She gave me a cordless one, so I put both of them just in case. Another glue stick in there. That glue stick had been sitting in there for a while. Let's see if I can fix it. Every time I get ready to use it, I got it fixed the other time. Let's see. If not, oh yeah, there we go. And this is just extra hot. So I gotta put my finger on the other one. Just a little bit to get it to stick a tiny bit. There we go. That's a hot temp one. The little one is a dual. That over to the side. Let it dry. Turn this over. I'm going to take it in. All I'm doing is just wrapping it around the workflow frame. He's on there good. I'm not going anywhere. He's so cute. So I'm going to put it underneath the bow. Let's see. Yeah. Because I'll put it right here. It doesn't fit because it has nowhere to go. But here you have a little opening, okay? It's where it separates. So that makes it better to place it there. Look how freaking cute. You can always just move the ribbon out of the way to be able to see the hand. Let's see where that goes. Wrap both of them. Uh-oh. That one didn't staple down good, I see. Let's do that again. Well, it did, but I guess I was pulling it so hard. Now. There we go. You staple this one again too, just in case. I really want to be able to see the red part of his arm, but I don't know. I'm gonna move that ribbon, but it's so cute. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm pulling in here. It needs to actually go down. So with this, I'm gonna have to actually glue it to where I want it to be. I usually don't like putting glue on my ribbon and my mesh, but hey, it is what it is. As long as it stays in place, I'm good. And again, I'm just wrapping that around there. Let's see. How cute. Oh, shoot. You'll be able to see the sleeve. We'll just pull the ribbon back. I just love it. All right, so I'm going to go back to the back. I'm going to pull some stuff, or you know what, let's make a bow first. We're going to make a bow. We're going to give him a bow right here. a nice little full bow. And then I'll go and get some ornaments or something and add some ornaments or maybe even some picks to finish it up. Alright, so let's make a bow. Push him out the way a little bit. Let's see. You know what? I will be right back. I have the perfect ribbon that I want to use. Be right back. Alright guys, so I went back to my stash and I found this. And this is actually something that I used for my last tutorial that I did for the circle in a Halloween wreath. But I really, really love it. And I think that it would really pop. Make the wreath pop. I think anything black and white makes the wreath pop. So we're going to use this ribbon, and I believe this one too. It just has a lot of bling in it. So I think that those are the three that we're going to use for his bow. And so what I decided is that I want his head to go up a little bit further. So I took him out because we're going to make a nice bow right here. Okay. And then we'll probably add some ornaments or something to the side. Alright. So we're going to turn. Uh-oh. Yeah. Sit him up. So I undid him. I'm just going to take and pull it through. Y'all can see that. I'm just going to pull it through up top. There we go. And I'm just doing the same thing that I did the last time. Just wrapping it around the work form. Like that. And then we'll leave this one here. I just loosened it up a little bit so that I'll be able to move it when I was getting ready to move it. Alright. And I'm not going to pull it real tight because I don't want it to make too much pressure on this one up here. Okay. Alright. So this little head is moved up. I think it's just adorable. Alright. So let's move this back a little bit and we're going to place a bow here. Okay. We'll just measure it out. We're just making a regular bow. Alright, so the largest one is going to go in the back. Then we'll do the 2.5 and then we will do the 1.5. Okay, so I'm going to leave about 12 inches here. I'm just going to pinch it. And I found that I really love the big fancy whimsical bows, so we're going to make it, I'm going to go 14. And what you can do to see if you like it, you don't have to hold it, but you can just kind of place it there, you know, and see if that's what you like. And I like that, you know, it could go down one more, but nope, I want it to be 14. I like that size. Alright, so then I just turned it up. Measure 14 again and take it to the back. And all you're doing is you're just lining it up, okay? There we go. And then you're going to want your pretty side to be to the front. Alright. You'll go in and you'll cut your ribbon. Just wrapping a pipe cleaner around it, okay? Just like that. Adorable! Like, I don't want to use all this ribbon. It's so pretty. It's just a one-of-a-kind ribbon. You won't be able to find it anywhere. It won't come with your kit either. I got it from Dallas Market Center. It was one of the samples that they had, and I just fell in love. And I got it, and so I love it. I was supposed to be selling it in an auction. I do have auctions sometimes on one-of-a-kind items that I get from there. And actually next Monday, trying to see what that thing is. Oh. So next Monday, I will have an auction. It will be on the 5th. We're going to have an auction and have some one-of-a-kind stuff, okay? So I do want this to be able to show, so I am going to make this one a little bit smaller, the bow. So that one was 14, so I'll probably go 12. All right, but I'm gonna make the tails a little bit longer. I did 13 for the tail. I did 12 for the loop. And all I'm doing, you just see if you like it. If you don't like it, you can always change it. And this ribbon is actually from Sam's Clubhouse. And before you tie it tight, just make sure that it's even and, you know, the way that you want it to be. My poor little hands are just getting weaker because I've been messing with mesh all day long. Alright, so this I'm just going to leave really long because I like the way that the 1.5 looks better, you know, with the little, if you're curling it at the end. Alright, so let's do 11 with this one. Leave the tails long, but do 11. So you'll have it like that. You'll turn that up. You'll measure 11 again. And bring it back. How that looks. And before I tie it tight, I'm going to make sure that everything is lined up the way that I want to, because the smoother that you have the middle, the easier, the better it lays, and the easier it will get into the position that you want it to be in. All right, so I'm going to take it and I'm just going to turn it 3 times. All right. All right, so we'll bring this back in the picture. And then I'm just taking the pipe cleaners and I'm just pulling it through the bottom. Speeding it through. Just making sure that the bow is going to be right in the middle. I'm going to push his head down. I'm going to get the bow on there, and then I'll put the head where it needs to go for the end of it. I'm going to loosen the top. And this will come down some. He's so cute. All I'm doing is just taking the slack that I had from here and just pulling them down. Just get it into the position that you want it in. Just wrapping it around. I can see it in the camera. That's why I'm not showing you what I'm doing, but it's all the same thing. Just wrapping it around the work form. Oh, it's so cute. I'm gonna pull this a little bit. See if I can. No, I've tied that pretty tight. That's not going anywhere. Anywhere. All right, so we're gonna take a little piece of this. I'll have to look at it and see if I really like this ribbon. It looks cute though. And I just cut a little piece and see how that looks. Yeah. Let's see how this does. This will probably look better because it's wider. So I just cut a little piece and make it however I want it to be. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to take the glue gun and put a little glue. Like that. Take some and put it here. And when you're doing this, just be careful because you don't want to burn yourself. I'm just placing it underneath the bottom of it and holding it there. Alright. It's adorable. Adorable. And then don't be afraid to make your ribbon and your mesh and everything else do what you want it to do, okay? It's like you're in control. You make it do what you want it to do. I think it's adorable. Alright. So with this, I'm just going to dovetail it. And I'm not going to go that deep with the dovetail. I don't know what I'm doing. It's been a long day. Lord. And with this, I'm going to take it and I'm going to roll it. Same with this one. Since this one's a little bit shorter, I'm not going to roll it much. Alright. And then once this falls, it'll look really cute. Looks amazing. So say for instance you don't have this ribbon, if you can find any other 4-inch ribbon at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, something like that, you can definitely find it. I know at Michael's for sure. I'm sure Hobby Lobby has some too. You just have to look for it. It won't be the checkered, you know, but just make it your own. It doesn't have to be exactly like mine. Alright, so I'm going to hold this up and we're going to take a look and see how he looks. He looks so cute. Get up close. Alright guys, it's time to add the embellishments. I'll be right back. Alright, so I decided to use these. And these are from Hobby Lobby. The SKU number is 5031554. Then I'm also going to use these as well. And this is CS334. That's Hobby Lobby too. Alright. So I've already gotten this one ready. So what I do to my ornaments is I pull the little lid or cap up, and then I go around it and I place it down. And then I go here up top because this can slide out as well. And then I just go around and make sure that you let it dry as well, okay? So this one is already dry, and this is not going anywhere. I'm pulling really hard. Okay, so it's on there. I'm just going to take my tinsel tie, my pipe cleaner, and I'm just going to wrap it around. Alright. And so I'm going to put one over here. So if you don't like using pipe cleaners, you can use wire. I just prefer the pipe cleaners. Alright. And again, I'm just wrapping it around. I don't want to smush my bowl, so I'm not going to turn it over. I think I've done it enough on here on this video where you know how to wrap it around. That is dry. I'm going to go ahead and add this. I actually got this to do a centerpiece, but I had some left over, I think. No, I'll give it some more. I think it's 50% off now, so. And when you get done as well, you can always go and you're going to move all of your ribbon. Make sure all of your ribbon is seen. You don't want your ribbon hidden. So I'm trying to see if I like it there or if I like it coming from the top. And this is what I was saying that you can utilize your tinsel ties for. This is why I don't cut it off, because you can go in and place your stuff inside of there. All of your picks and everything else inside. I think I like it on top better. You can kind of pull it out. Alright, and if you like my shirt and you love ribbon, it says I'm a sucker for ribbon. I do have this shirt for sale on my Etsy shop. And I will put this the link in the comments as well. Yeah, like that with 3. Usually like things in 3 when I'm doing this. Alright. So if you have a pick machine, you can use your pick machine. This thing's so heavy. If you don't, then you can just use, or if you want to too, you can just grab this and you can just wrap it around as well. And you don't have to use the pick machine. I think I'm just going to do that. That works just as good as the pick machine. Alright. Yeah, we'll do that. Make it easy for those of you who don't have one. Or if you want to, if you have some picks, if you have some floral picks, that will work great as well. Sticks. And then I'm just wrapping the tinsel tie around it. Oh, I love these. I think this is the first year that they've had those. I love them. Alright, this one is ready. Again, you'll place it inside and you just twist. I'm just going to the opposite end. Knocking stuff over. To be seen, so I'm not going to pull it hard and make it, you know, where it's like hidden in there. I'll put this down here on this end. Just take it and just wrap this around. Yes, I love it. I love it, I love it. A few added additions and it makes it all complete. See what I'm doing? Just wrapping it around. I stuck it in the inside of the little curly cue on the tinsel tie. And with this, see, you can put it in as far as you want, pull it out as much as you want. So there we go. Bring it out a little bit because of the bow. take a look. Let's see how it goes. It's adorable. So always remember too, when you go in, and this hand is staying pretty good, I am going to go in and glue it a little bit on the mesh. I really don't like that, but to make sure that it stays, you know, that's a good thing, you know. But I mean, it's on there pretty good. So yeah, so I'm gonna take a look at it again, and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, so here's the finished product. I truly hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget me on Facebook. If you want to learn more from me, you can join our circle. You can go to www.ronascreativecorner.com to join, and you can also buy your supplies there. Alright guys, until next time. Bye guys!